Hi everyone, this is the update for today, April the 7th of 2026. And today I actually had a no commitments day. This is, no teaching. It's spring break actually right now in the schools here in Washington State. Um, no store. Um, I was there yesterday and I'll be there tomorrow, but wasn't there today. And no commitment with my parents or anything like that, like I had for months and months and months on end. And I was tallying them up, and for the year 2026, this is my fifth such day here on April the 7th. And I mean, that's why behind on everything. And honestly, this channel is, or these updates, or whatever we want to call this, is definitely, there's going to be a recurring theme here as these videos go forward of lots and lots and lots of transitions and changes. Um, Unfortunately, there's going to have to be like a whole bunch because, well, I mentioned that there were a lot, or I've mentioned that there have been a lot of oddly interconnected things that my family had set up, and kind of the way that we operated and whatnot, and all of that kind of got put on the back burner when Dad had his stroke, um, and now as um, we're moving forward, there is some interesting stuff to sort out. Nothing illegal, nothing, and I'm not underwater or anything of that sort, but there's stuff to sort out. All right. And I'll get back to a little bit more of that along those lines here in a second. And so today, of course, I did the things that you might expect. I went to the tanning place and then I went to the gym. Good workout at the gym, by the way. Um, and, um, and then, um, well, it's the 7th of April, so what super unenjoyable thing was I probably stuck having to do? Well, if you guessed taxes, you are absolutely correct. Now, complete side tangent here. Um, so, I love the fact that, obviously, what is taxes? Taxes is giving money to the government. All right. And I don't I don't mean to sound this to sound political or anything. I'm just I just find this particular aspect to be ridiculous no matter which parties are involved, all right? So, taxes are paying money to the government. You literally, unless you're a hardcore accountant, you can't do it yourself. So you have to do either something like TurboTax, which is what I used, or, some other type of service. Basically, you have to pay to find out what you have to pay. Lovely. And then if you happen to live in a place like Washington where I live, once you found out how much you have to pay in order to pay, then you have to pay sales tax on top of the amount that you have to pay in order to find out how much you have to pay. And this is probably why I'm seeing a lot of things, online right now about how in today's world, you can't afford to live. And honestly, that's kind of a good segue into the next thing here. And that is, again, that I have a lot of stuff that I am going to have to unravel. All right. And in the last fiscal year, because of this situation with my parents and the stroke and going back and forth between Central Oregon and going on for years, and these accommodations for dad and all this stuff that we've been doing for, quite honestly, for 4 years. And that being the focus. And I mean, granted, my little junket to Africa last year didn't help either. But all of this type of stuff. And, you're paying attention to that more than, the numbers elements to it. Anyway, so to make 2025 come together, basically had to do the pull money from retirement, unfortunately. And I mean, didn't really have any other options. Unfortunately, the IRS just socks it to you on that. And sure enough, they did. And, knew that was coming. But still, when you see it, like, oh my God. And yeah. Like, it's one of those things that again, started having to make those arrangements about a year ago. And then when the serious thing happened with Mom in September, had to do another round of that, and to make this work, and now just getting socked with it. Ultimately, things are going to be fine, but definitely entering austerity city here. And it would be super easy for me to go on another rant about, basically how hard everything is and woe is me and this and that and the other. But, I mean, as I've been talking about in these videos and everything else, particularly with Dad, the last 20 years, I've done some really, really, really cool stuff. And, and we did what we did to juggle things around and move and prioritize certain things in order to make all this work. And, sooner or later, you're going to need to pay the piper to rearrange everything to get in a lifetime sustainable type of situation. And voila, here's what going to be the next focus here on my channel for the next, I don't know, about half a decade probably. But you know what? Not complaining, because all those things, all those trips, all that stuff were choices. Awesome choices that I have no regrets for. So, next upcoming time is going to be interesting, but, we'll get there. And so the other thing I did today, I did post several more different clips from, I'm going through there and finding the most little viral adjacent clips from videos and posting those. Did a few more of those today. But also continuing to clean up the bathroom project. My apartment has connected bathroom. You can kind of see stuff on the floor there from when I was going through and cleaning this side bathroom here. Again, and this one connects to the other bathroom. I have stuff laid there because that's, sorting through everything. But anyway,
Thanks for joining me all the way to the end. Have a great one, and talk to you tomorrow. Ciao for